Hey, this is Dave, by the way, and thanks for tuning in for my heroic Vortex Pinnacle boss guide. Just like regular, the bosses are all the same in this run. And the first one you come across is Grand Vizier Irritant. He's going to be basically the same as regular mode. I have sped up the video to about 150%, so this is obviously not real time. He still summons the tornadoes. Unlike regular mode, when they converge in on you, you're not going to want to try and heal through it. Move out of the way. The damage, the debuff that is created is pretty severe. And just move everybody out. Not a big deal. Casters can still wail away on them. Just don't need to put that much pressure on your healer to try and heal through that. Once in a while, he does summon some lurking Tempest that will feign death as soon as you look at him, just like the other ones in the instance. If you position everybody in a circle all the way around the boss, any lurking Tempests that are created will just immediately feign death, and you don't even need to worry about them. No need even trying to pull aggro from them to control them. They're not a big deal. But basically, avoid the tornadoes and just continue to wail away on them. When the tornadoes hit you, you can see that they're not all completely in line. They do alter their position when they hit somebody, so that is also a reason why you want to avoid them, so that when they do come in on their regular path, they are easier to avoid because they're not staggered. But as you can see, basically just DPS raise them down just so you don't have to put that much pressure on your healer. Not very difficult. And he's dead. The second boss is the same in this one, Alteris. He will spawn tornadoes, just like the first one, but unlike in regular mode, these tornadoes throw you up in the air, and as you can see right there, it's not conducive to any type of attack when you're being thrown up in the air. There is a slight debuff, not a debuff, but a period of time after you've been thrown up by a tornado that you can't be hit by another one. It's like 1 or 2 seconds, but enough that you're just not continually being thrown up in the air. As you can see in regular mode, if you need to stay on the side of the upwind of his wind, he's got the control of the air, so that you have your increased attack speed, which is 100%. And your movement speed is increased by 30%. If you are downwind of him, it's the exact opposite. Your casting speed is decreased by 100%, and movement speed is decreased. So he'll continue to rotate around and change the way the wind is blowing. Just get to the right side and go crazy on him. Obviously try to avoid the tornadoes as much as possible, which isn't always the easiest thing in the world, but it is doable, and there's not like a one spot where you can tank him that you'll avoid them all. It's just kind of, you just got to go with it and avoid him as best you can. Every once in a while he does cast Chilling Breath, which hits for between 47,000 and 52,000 frost damage. It is a cone cast in front of him, so you can avoid it when he does cast it right there. You can see that. The tank essentially has control over where that cone is being faced. But otherwise, burn him down, avoid the tornadoes, and you should be good. And the final boss, again, is Assad. No real big changes here except for a few summoned Skyfall stars that you can't aggro, and they just kind of blast away at you from the outsides. They are non-elite, so you can kill them, and they stay down for a little bit of time. Not worth it. Basically just follow the same technique that you did in regular mode when you cast the triangle. Get inside it, because that lightning does, the supremacy of the storm is what it's called, does a lot of damage. If you tend to spread out by about 10 or 15 yards. You'll minimize the damage done by his chain lightning that he casts right there, because it's just a little bit, it mitigates the damage that's done. But basically, ignore the Skyfall stars if you're feeling like you got everything under control and you just want to stop a little bit of the extra damage. You can hit them like you just saw right there. One just died off. It'll stay down for maybe 10, 15 seconds, 20 at the max, and it'll respawn. So it's just a temporary solution to some extra damage that's being done. But basically, once he makes that triangle, get inside of it. Once that Supremacy of the Storm is done, blast away at him. Obviously, while you're inside the triangle, you can still do damage to him, especially if you're ranged. And when he's above you, the melee can hit him as well. But pretty much the same as regular, just a little bit more damage. And just about to die right there. I'm Dave, and this is a by the way tutorial, boss guides for Heroic Vortex Pinnacle. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for some more boss guides.